4:15.
No pictures.
This was us 2 weeks ago. There's no more in-flight new hires, but other departments are coming in. Aww. Woo! I know, right?
Have a happy birthday. Have a happy birthday today. Have a happy birthday. Have a happy birthday today. Oh, won't you have a happy birthday today. Oh, won't you have a happy birthday today. Oh, yeah. It's your day, you're a gift, you're a treasure, you are.
Oh my God, don't make me cry, girl.
On your cake, shine as bright as any star. You can dance, you can sing, you wish for any old thing. 'Cause on this day we celebrate your birth, your time upon this earth. Happy birthday is your day.
Good morning. Forgive me, y'all. I have not vlogged the last 2 days. Today is Wednesday. I have 9 days to go. I'm a little casual today. It's a little long sleeve sweater top, some denim, cardigan, lunch kit, tote bag. I have a lot to tell y'all, but I'll tell y'all a little later. Let's go. It's like 4:05. Shuttle leaves at 4:15 a.m. Good morning, y'all. I literally just woke up and I was like, oh my God, I still did not talk to y'all. I'm gonna talk, just not right now. It's 3:46 in the morning. Shuttle's at 4:45 a.m. I've been up since like 2:30, just laying here, catching up on some TV. And it's me every morning. I'm like, get your ass up out this bed. Do not miss this shuttle. We got, after today, 7 more days. So I'm just counting down. I feel like once we get to Saturday, and then Monday is our final exam, and everything else should be smooth sailing. You know, I'll talk real quick. Hold on. Okay, so y'all know the first 2 weekends of training, we are our off days. So this past weekend, we were off. I actually have to go in and look at what the schedule was for the week, because I don't remember what we did Monday. I don't remember, but I'm gonna tell y'all. Monday. Okay. Monday, we started cabin irregularities. So we learned basically the steps of an unplanned emergency and emergency evacuations. So that's what we did Monday. We learned our unplanned emergency evacuations and probably some other stuff, but these are the core things that we did. And then Tuesday, we had the proficiency for it. So yeah, so that was a high stress situation. And then We also had a proficiency on how to operate some emergency equipment. That one was pretty simple. So I probably mentioned the the first week of training. I think that Friday or somewhere around then. We did how to pre-flight the emergency equipment. This week we're learning how to operate some of the emergency, well, most of it really, most of it. Going over some hazmat situations, and then so once we're done with that proficiency of how to evacuate for an unplanned emergency, aka a crash, maybe not even necessarily a crash, but just unplanned emergencies, on the ground, and we got to evacuate. Then Tuesday after that, we started working on planned emergencies. And so then we had the proficiency over that yesterday, which was Wednesday. So as y'all can see, like, you learn something one day, you basically test on it the next day, whatever form of the test is. We only have 2 written tests here, multiple choice, right? The rest of these are like performance tests. You have to perform and do it correctly. So yeah, that was Monday and Tuesday, and then today, yesterday, Wednesday, we had CPR. Yeah, CPR. So we learned how to do CPR on an adult, child, infant, and then we also learned chest compressions, chest thrusts, abdominal thrusts, aka what they used to call the Heimlich. So yeah, that was yesterday. All right, now we haven't lost any people this week, which is really good. We're holding on tight to our folks. There are a few people that have to do retakes on the unplanned and planned evacuations. It's really, y'all, and when I was like, I don't have to do any retakes. So for me, it all depends on like what type of learner you are and if you're paying attention during class when these instructors are talking and demonstrating. So for the unplanned, it is a mixture of hand placements, opening doors, and saying commands that you kind of all have to get together and perform. So for me, you have to slow your mind down. Think about what you're doing as far as opening the door the correct way for a unplanned emergency, and what commands you will be yelling at your passengers on the plane if you have to evacuate an aircraft, right? So from the people that I have spoken with that do have to do a retake, they're like, oh, I forgot to do this, or oh, I said the wrong command at the wrong time, and because they're rushing, they're trying to get it over with because they just have so much. They have test anxiety. They're trying to get it done and over with, and it's like, just slow down, process what you're doing in all things in life, right? But literally, like when you're being tested in a performance test at that, just think about what you're saying and what you're doing. Because yes, in these situations, you do have 90 seconds to evacuate the aircraft, 90 seconds or less. But in this here performance proficiency, yeah, they want to see the urgency in you, but more so they want to see you hitting the right steps at the right time. Because if you don't hit the right steps at the right time, if you are unfortunate enough to experience a true emergency evacuation, then things can really go left. Same thing with the planned emergency. And y'all like, well, what's a planned emergency? That's just basically like if the pilots know something is going wrong and they are purposely weird landing due to an emergency that we're having. So that is a checklist that we have. And for this performance proficiency, you literally have the checklist in your hands. So normally for proficiencies, we get 2 times to do it, and if we don't pass on the first 2 times, then we do a retake the next day or so. For this one, the planned emergency, they looked at it as like an open book test. So you only have 1 chance to do it, and you actually do it with a crew. Like if it's 3 flight attendants on the plane, it's all 3 you all are acting out this planned emergency from when the captain will call and say, hey, da 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 da, and then you perform it out. What your duties would be, da da da. But you have the checklist, because on a planned emergency in real life, you would have your checklist. So just from watching that yesterday, everybody got 1 day to study that. We learned it Tuesday, we performed it Wednesday. But I don't think anything really is difficult. I'm gonna stand 10 toes down on that. Nothing here is truly difficult. It's just a lot of new information being pushed at you very quickly. So take that as what that is. But just from watching the planned emergencies, once again, the people that do have to do retakes, from what I saw, because we all sit there on the aircraft and, you know, we have to be passengers. People were just rushing and not reading and not listening to what the instructors told us the day before as far as what they're going to be looking for. And when you're reading this, make sure you act this out, and you do, you know, you take certain steps. So people get test anxiety, and if you're one of those people, you know, just slow down, read. For me, you know, everybody gets nervous. Everybody, my group, I had a great crew. It was me, another young lady that had flown before, and she was actually an instructor at her previous airline, and another woman who's never flown before, but she catches on quickly. So I will honestly say that was a blessing. We went first for the proficiency yesterday, and we knocked it out the park. Of course, and then at the end we get graded separately, because it is still based on your solo performance. I had some feedback, but nothing that would have killed passengers. So yeah, y'all, like when I was doing it, you know, I just took my time. You know, like there's certain things that you read out loud to your passengers, and certain things that are instructing you on what to do, and I would just read those things in my head first before I spoke or before I acted, and not try to just go off memory when you literally have a checklist of what you're supposed to be doing in front of you. So this is why I'm saying, like, the things are not hard, but if you don't control yourself, you're gonna mess up. So that's that. Today it's 4 o'clock. Let me hurry up. Today we have, so after that, yesterday we did CPR, and then today they split my AM class up into half basically. So I did CPR yesterday, the other group did first aid. So now today we have the people that have to retake their emergency and unplanned and planned emergencies, they do that this morning, and then we break up into our groups. I'll do first aid today. Then we have a slide jump. Oh, that's exciting. We have a slide jump today. So that's literally like, in case of emergency and you gotta deploy the slide to get off the aircraft, how you actually slide down the slide jump. And we get our uniforms today, which is exciting. And then we have question and answer and study hall. So that's cool. Yep. All right. That's my update for Monday through Wednesday, y'all. It's probably not as detailed as it would have been if I would have told y'all things day to day, because I just don't remember. All right, time to go shower and get ready.